And now, race fans, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome Townsend Bell and Paul Tracy to give the command.
Gentlemen, start your engines! Whoa!
Like only they can, Bob Jenkins.
Man.
Like only they can. And listen to that sound. The engines coming to life, 11 of them along the front stretch, along pit road here at the famed Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Let's go racing today, shall we?
Just 40 laps. We heard Robert McGinnis say that this is a short race. Well, yeah, or a long race, I should say, but for us, it's a very short race. This race will go by very, very quickly because they've been running speeds up in the high 190s, so it'll go by quickly. But it's always, it seems, a good show with a lot of drafting and a lot of passing. So let's hope we have a very fast and safe Freedom 100.
Bob, we're going to go green next time by. Green next time by.
Send them on their way. McGinnis, Norman, Tielitz, Dalton Kellett, Chris Windham will start fifth in car 17. He's the young man who crashed so heavily last night. Then David Malukas, Rinus VK, Oliver Askew, Toby Sowery, Lucas Cole, and Jared Andretti, your starters for today's race. And we've got a problem already.
That's turn 4, and that is the aforementioned Jared Andretti, who was warming up his tires and just like that looped it around. So he will get back on that cool down lane and hopefully be able to catch up to the rear of the field before we go green here. So that is indeed Jared Andretti starting last. 5 cars did not pass technical inspection after qualifying, and those here, you take a look at the spin now further back in the pack. Jared starting last today in the 11th, and you just see the back end come around. Didn't make any contact, so that's certainly good news. But was able to get it woed up, as they say, and get it back out on the race course. So there's a look at Jared now trying to catch up to the rear of the field.
Yeah, we won't go green this time by as scheduled, but we will get everybody assembled and try it once again. And there's Aaron Tielitz also, who looks like is coming in for a pit stop.
That's not a good sign.
No.
Not a good sign. They really don't have pit stops. These cars are fueled, and they usually only use one set of Cooper tires. They do have others set out if they have a cut tire or need some service along pit lane. But here comes Aaron Tielitz down pit road.
Well, hopefully this will be a momentary pause and we'll get going here. Right now, the green is scheduled to come out next time around. Looking at something in the rear suspension, it would appear. Maybe a drive shaft. Ooh, that won't be good.
Waiting for the green flag. Here they come, 2 by 2, aligned along the front stretch. There's the green flag. Here we go, Bob. The Freedom 100 is underway.
All right, we're watching movement already as the cars go down the front stretch into turn number 1. Several cars running 2 abreast as they round corner number 2 and head for the back stretch. Everything good to this point. Off of corner number 2 they come, and they're in good shape. Single file order, headed for turn number 3 in a battle up front.
That is Ryan Norman to the outside. Robert McGinnis, the pole sitter, he had the lead and just gave it up. So Ryan Norman already starting all the passing as one of the cars got a little high coming out of turn number 3, but Ryan Norman leads the way in a spin.
Bad crash, very bad crash. Turn 4.
That looks like Chris Windham and David Malukas.
Windham was gesturing as the car came to a stop, but that was a nasty one.
Well, the AMR IndyCar safety team right there.
As usual.
As usual. Just as the car stopped, and that crew on top of it, as you mentioned, Bob, as they always are. Chris Windham, they're taking away that collar, and it looks like he is going to be able to climb out. So Big round of applause. Looks like Chris Windom is okay climbing out of that machine.
He has been snake bitten the last 24 hours by last night and now today. And he's a great driver. He has been competing with USAC for many years and just a great race driver. Had high hopes for him here today, but unfortunately did not complete the lap. Now they work at the scene of the other car.
Chris Windom, the 2017 USAC Sprint Car champion, the 2016 Silver Crown champion. And here's a look at the replay, Bob.
And it looks like he lost it pretty much by himself, and then Windom went up and over the car. And the question is, was there contact with the car and the driver in the cockpit, David Malukas? But man, that was nasty, and cars completely destroyed.
Boy, that car rode up on that safer barrier all the way around turn 4, didn't it?
Sure did.
Chris Windom, 28-year-old from Canton, Illinois, partnering up with Jonathan Bird. And there's a good look at Chris as he makes his way back to pit road.
He's walking back to pit road and not in the ambulance. He'll have to be checked at the IU Medical Center in the infield, but he's well enough to be able to walk back to his pit area, it would appear. Our concern now is with David Malukas. And he is out of the car. Wow, that is good news. Man, oh man.
Let's hear it. How about it?
I didn't have good feelings about that because I was so afraid the car of Windom got into the cockpit and hit him. Let's take a look at it once again.
Yeah, Malukas just lost it on his own.
Right there, I thought sure that the car got into the cockpit, and if that was the case, it was not going to be good. Wow, you people up there in turn number 4 got a bird's eye view of that spectacular crash. Windom out of the car quickly. David Malukas, after the doctors and paramedics checked him, he's out of the car and appears to be okay, but he will also go to the IU Medical Center in the infield. Just an incredible accident.
Well, remember, they redesigned these Indy Lights cars a couple of years ago, back in 2015. Hard to believe it's already been now 4 years for these new Dallara chassis, but they certainly appear to have done their job here this afternoon.
So Windom is in the ambulance and is taking the required ride to the medical center. We do have Georgia Henneberry back at the infield care center, and she will have a report for us just as soon as the drivers arrive and are checked out. Meanwhile, the field continues to streak by here on the front stretch. My concern now is maybe damage to the safer barrier, which will require some maintenance, but we haven't received any word on that yet. Hopefully it didn't damage the wall, and we'll be back to racing very soon when they get the debris cleared from the 4th turn.
And the red flag now comes out, Bob. Good call.
Yep.
It's going to take a little time to fix that safer barrier out in turn number 4. So red flag is out, and cars will be making their way back to pit road.
Yeah, the safer barrier takes punches, but again, if it weren't for that safer barrier developed by Tony George and others at his direction, we could have had a very, very serious crash there, an injury crash, but unfortunately, or fortunately, that isn't the case. And Chris and David are apparently okay.
Chris, first of all, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. So I'm not sure what happened there. The 79 lost it in front of me, and obviously I had absolutely nowhere to go. So pretty disappointing into what we were looking for to be. Yeah, I don't know what happened exactly there, but he lost it obviously, and just devastated for all these guys to put this deal together for us to come here and for it to end like that. Just really sucks.
It's an incredibly busy weekend for you. 4 races in 5 days, including another one coming up in just a few hours at Lucas Oil Raceway. Will you race the rest of those?
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm got to keep going. So, thanks to this whole Blarty and Bird team and NOS Energy Drink for putting this on, and hopefully we can come back stronger.
Glad to see you okay, Chris. Thank you.
How about that? Good to see and hear from Chris Wyndham back at the medical center. Chris is okay, and incredibly, he will continue his schedule. Again, the Carb Night Classic out at Lucas Oil Raceway, and then the little 500 in Anderson tomorrow, Kokomo on Sunday. That's what racers do, and that's what Chris Wyndham will do. But it's great to see that he is A-OK, the 28-year-old from Canton, Illinois. Making his debut in the Indy Lights Series presented by Cooper Tires. Keep an eye on that north end of the speedway. Restart zone located between turns 3 and 4. So that north short chute is where you'll see these cars beginning to accelerate, and that is exactly the case for Ryan Norman. Norman now with a 2-car length lead over his teammate, waiting for the green flag. There it is, back underway for the Freedom 100.
Restart successful. Here we go. Already 3 wide down the front stretch.
3 wide. That's Rinus VeeKay now going 2 wide. Now it settles down to single file. Single file down the south end now through turn number 2.
You know, I remember something that I was going to comment on just before that crash happened a few minutes ago, and that is that these guys can run 2 abreast through the corners and even get way out of the groove in the corners, but they always seem to manage to gather it in and successfully negotiate the corner. Here they come for the completion of the first lap under green, and it's going to be Ryan Norman leading the way once again, unless something happens here before they get to the start-finish line. Nope. Oh, we may have a challenge for second spot now, or first. Look at this.
2 wide through turn number 2. It's a battle for first, but Robert McGinnis falls all the way back. Rinus VeeKay around McGinnis. Now still 2 wide through turn number 2, and Rinus is going to have to give up the position. Right now, McGinnis has the advantage, but can it stay that way? And now a third car, Oliver Askew to the outside.
I told you this was the way it's going to be. Almost 3 wide going through the corner in number 3. They come off of it okay. The battles, though, going on for second position and also for 5th position. Off the corner, down the front stretch once again to complete lap number 9. Will we see a pass for the lead?
McGinnis to the outside. How about 3 wide? Norman left in the middle. He's got to give it up. Oliver Askew in the middle of that as well.
But look at them running 2 abreast all the way through the corner. First, second, third, and fourth, just like they were on the pace lap. But they're running right around 190 miles an hour. That last lap was 189.292. More movement up front.
McGinnis to the inside. Oliver Askew's given up the position. So now Robert McGinnis back to the point here of the Freedom 100.
Wow, this is good stuff. Once again, we see them wheel to wheel through the corner. Off of 4 once again. Let's see who will lead this lap as they approach the yard of bricks.
Askew, McGinnis, side by side. Askew looks like he's got the advantage, and yes, he does. Oliver Askew now leads the Freedom 100. 2 wide further back, Rinus VeeKay in that red and white, that Soul Red machine. He tucks in behind Robert McGinnis.
Okay, off the corner once again, still 4 cars in a torrid battle for second position. They near the end of the backstretch, and again they're nearly 3 wide as they approach the third corner. and enter it. Man, oh man, good stuff all the way through the short chute, onto 4, and onto the front stretch once again. First 4 cars running right together on the racetrack.
Look at this. McGinnis now, Rinus VeeKay thinking about trying to squeeze it, make it 3 wide. Does he? Nope, gives it up. Oliver Askew still with the lead as they exit turn number 1.
Stretches it out just a little. My goodness, he's got a 5-car length lead now. That's about the most that we have seen. But here comes the challenge.
Not for long. How about Rinus VeeKay? The champion from last year tucks in below, and he now leads the Freedom 100.
Again, I'm just amazed at how these guys can run 2 abreast through the corner, even get the right side tires way out of the groove and survive. They come down to complete lap number 12 now, and at the start-finish line, it's a dead heat.
Rinus VeeKay listed as the leader, but that didn't last very long. Askew now leads, entering turn number 2, 2 wide in the battle for second.
Unbelievable.
As they exit turn number 4, again, we're riding up on the video boards right now with Robert McGinnis. Here they come.
Once again, 3 wide with the 4th place car about 3 car lengths behind. Ryan Norman leading that lap, but the lead is changing on every single circuit, and now we've got about 6 cars with the 7th and 8th car not far behind, and the 9th car. So it's a battle for the lead everywhere. Here's a battle for the lead again at the end of the backstretch. Another pass for the lead.
Ryan Norman now has the point. Ryan Norman leads the Freedom 100. Rinus VeeKay second. Robert McGinnis third. Hang on, that's not going to be the way it's going to be in about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Trust me.
In fact, there's really no need to tell you who's running where, because in a matter of a flash of an eye, they all change positions. And here we go once again. Oh, looks like this time there will be no pass, at least for the lead up front. So they're settling back, but we still have a battle for the 4th position.
We can't be halfway done. This stuff's too good.
I know. I don't want this to end.
Rinus
Side by
VeeKay.
side. Yep.
Sorry, Rinus to the outside.
We've got 3 wide.
Askew thought about it, but he now tucks back in line behind Ryan Norman.
And race control is basically telling the driver of the pace car, well, it seems like that 48 leads on the back stretch and then 21 leads on the front stretch. I don't know who's leading.
It is a wonderful show. Ryan Norman leads, for now anyway. Exit at turn 4. Oliver Askew and Toby Sowery going side by side. Again, snaking their way down the front stretch. See if Rinus can move around. Ryan.
Of course. Are you kidding?
Shocker. Wow. It's happened again. 2 wide now. Sowery and Oliver Askew. Robert McGinnis is back there as well.
2 cars running by themselves, but then a pack of 4 as they battle for position.
Officially leading his 3rd lap of the afternoon, and quickly giving it back up to Ryan Norman. Look how tight Oliver Askew is tucked in behind Norman.
Sowery looking pretty good here. He's moved up to 3rd.
You know, one of the major factors in a series like this where there are no pit stops is how you manage your tire wear.
Right.
And Sowery, perhaps, sitting back like he did in the first 20 laps, he might have the best tires out there right now.
Well, that's one thing you definitely have to worry about. And you mentioned that they don't make pit stops for fuel, but you've got to take care of your tires so that you have something left at the end of the race. Now VeeKay outside of Norman once again. VeeKay is going to take first, and Sowery takes second, or will he be in the lead before they get to the front stretch?
Toby Sowery, young man from the UK, still looking for his first win this season, 5th in points. Again, started 9th here today, but he rides in second, taking a good look at a pass for the lead. Sowery to the outside now, and Sowery, just like that, takes over the Freedom 100. Now 2 wide through turn number 1. Sowery to the high side, Rinus VeeKay to the inside.
VeeKay holds on for the moment. Sowery in his tracks, though, as they come off of the 2nd turn and down the backstretch. Toby's, oh, look at this now. We got Sowery going to the outside of VeeKay. Let's see if Sowery can get the lead. Yes, he does.
Ryan Norman's in the middle of all this.
Yep.
Let's see what happens this time by. How about 3 wide? Renas to the outside. Norman caught in the middle. Toby trying to hang on to first.
Don't go 3 wide through here, guys. Thank you. Behave yourself. Toby Sowery says that on his bucket list is to meet the Queen and to beat his dad at pool. Well, I don't know how good he is at pool, but he's one heck of a race driver, I can tell you that.
When he says Queen, he means the 500 Festival Queen, correct?
Well, I never thought of that. I was thinking of the other one.
Oh,
but you
yeah,
may be
that one
right.
too. Completing lap 28 now. Again, we're going 40 this afternoon. Ryan Norman has the lead, followed by Renas VK, Toby Sowery. Oliver Askew in the mix. He's in 4th. Sowery tucking in behind Renas VK. Now tucking in behind Ryan Norman. Boy, he got a little high coming out of the exit at turn number 1. Keep an eye on Toby Sowery, that bright yellow Team Pelfrey machine.
He's making his first oval appearance and looking like a professional. Now, Norman to the inside is out front once again. I mean, calling lead changes has become a ho-hum thing in this, hasn't it?
We were excited at the beginning, but
I
now
know.
we're like, yeah, okay, there's another lead change.
I can't keep up with it.
Well, Ryan Norman officially has led the most. Oh, well, a little contact.
Oh, we got you spin.
But McGinnis
Oh
saves
my
it.
gosh, what an incredible save.
McGinnis saves it.
Wow.
Yellow is out. Yellow flag is out. Boy, how about that? Here's
at
a
this.
replay.
Yeah.
Here's a replay.
Boom.
Sowery just touching that left rear tire. Robert McGinnis contact again.
His front end got off the ground, got some air.
And both kept it going the right direction. Wow.
How about that, race fans? That is incredible. Here it is from the onboard. This is what we were looking at from the onboard. Saw the contact and McGinnis spin. But on the other hand, he got things straightened out very quickly, went down to the warm-up lane, and all is well. That also could have been a very nasty crash. That's the way the TV booth reacted to, looks like that Colton Hurd is doing the analyst for that race, analysis.
Yeah, former champion that won here big last year.
So it's Norman, VK, Askew, Kellett, Sowery, Andretti, McGinnis, Cole, and Telitz. That's the way they're running right now, but throw that away when the green flag comes out.
Sowery's 5th for now, but we just got word from race control being penalized for causing the contact with Robert McGinnis. So the 2 of Toby Sowery ordered to the back of the line.
A lot of race control orders involve that nowadays. If there was avoidable contact, you're sent to the back, and apparently that's what's going to happen to the number 2 car of Toby Sowery.
We saw earlier McGinnis motion to race control as he was coming by the front stretch, as if to say, hey, can you take a look at that? Sowery's ordered to the back. Through the north short chute. That restart zone, accelerating now off of turn number 4. Green flag waving again. We're back underway. Working lap 32 of the Freedom 100.
8 laps to go. Look up front because we're going to have BK go to the front again. Another lead change.
I wouldn't be surprised if that bright yellow number 2 starts working his way through this pack as well. 2 wide now through turn 2. There's McGinnis again. Meanwhile, up front, Ryan Norman back to the point. Norman now leads. BK 2nd. Oliver Askew 3rd, followed by Robert McGinnis.
Oliver Askew is not letting those 2 cars ahead of him get very far away. He will be a player in this race, I betcha. And And you know, one thing that this caution did perhaps was cool the tires a little so they can get a good run as VK once again takes the lead in turn number 1.
One driver we haven't mentioned, Dalton Kellett, now in the middle of all this. He's in 4th. An eye on that Indy Lights veteran, Dalton Kellett, now running in 4th. McGinnis behind him. Move to the inside. Ryan Norman does it again around Renus VK. Oliver Askew now to the high side.
Too wide for second place in turn number 3.
Still too wide.
Wheel to wheel all the way through the corner.
Askew gets the jump off of turn number 4. Now sets his sight on the leader, Ryan Norman. Action further back. That's Jared Andretti to the outside. Jared Andretti now in a battle for 5th with McGinnis.
And we have less than 6 laps to go. Less than 6 laps to go, and Askew makes a bid for the lead.
Down the backstretch, Norman has the advantage. Trying to hold off Askew. Meanwhile, Renus VK to the outside.
And Dalton Kellett's there.
There he is, and that's 67. Too wide. Battle for first through turn 3.
We got 2 wide for whatever place that is back of them for 5th and 6th.
Wow, this looks like the start of the race.
It does. They're running in exactly the same order.
Norman, Askew, VK.
Wow, just look at this.
Who's got it?
Sowery's up there and
Just
3rd and 4th.
Just like that, there's the yellow car of Toby Sowery tucked back in. Now he's in 3rd.
He may have a shot at this thing. He's come from the back of the line to up to 3rd and has his sights set now on VK and Norman.
Kellett and Askew back there. Meanwhile, as Bob, as you mentioned, it's Norman, VK, Sowery, coming all the way from 9th to 3rd in the battle. Let's call it 5 laps or so. Boy, this is getting good.
It is, and we have 4 laps to go. This completes lap number 36. 4 more laps to go in the Freedom 100, stacked 5 deep here at the straightaway.
VK again to the inside. Renus VK. Could it be another Flying Dutchman at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway? Here we go. VK trying to hold off Ryan Norman. Exit of turn 2. He's got it for now.
Just keep them together, guys. Make this a nice, clean finish. Side by side for the lead once again. And it's going to be Norman, or is it?
Dalton Kellett to the outside. Oh, little wiggle.
And a major wiggle.
Little wiggle from Norman. Meanwhile, Kellett to the outside. We haven't talked about him much this afternoon, but Dalton Kellett now to the inside.
He may take the lead here at the end of the straightaway, but VK is going to challenge too. 3 wide again.
VK really high through turn number 1, but again, through cleanly, Bob.
Yep.
They got through cleanly.
Man, oh man. Just about 2.5 laps to go now. This will complete number 38. And we see Kellett to the inside.
Askew to the outside. And Askew's now in 2nd. Here comes Toby Sowery to the inside.
Oh my gosh, how close can you run through the corners without wrecking?
I think we're finding out.
Oh, this is just unbelievable. This completes lap number 38. Next time by, they'll get the white flag and 1 lap to go. Who'll lead this lap?
Norman with the advantage. Askew to the inside. Renus VK still a player. Toby Sowery in 4th. Sowery now to the inside. Not enough, though, to pick up a spot that time.
Not at the moment. Here they go down the backstretch now. No single file here. It's a battle up front for the lead, and it looks like Norman is going to pass Askew and take the lead back. He does. We look back on 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They're doing okay, although side by side. Wow, here we go to the white flag, folks. 1 more lap to go when they cross the yard of bricks.
I hate to say it, but I'm not sure you want to be the leader at the white flag, do you?
I'm not sure you do, yeah, because you can get that draft that slingshots you right by. Well, here we go on the last lap. 3 cars now running together. but fourth and fifth aren't very far back. Into the second corner already as Oliver Askew commands the race at this point as they're a half a lap away from the checkered flag. And here is Norman making a bid for the lead.
Norman to the outside, Askew to the inside, gives up the position for now. Is he thinking about perhaps making a pass along the front stretch? Norman leads, Askew second, Sowery in third, Ritas VK fourth. Off turn number 4, Bob. Who you got?
I have no idea.
Ryan Norman, Askew to the inside. Does he have enough? Oh, yes! Oliver Askew has won the Freedom 100
by 67 ten-thousandths of a second.
Are you kidding me?
Michael Andretti has a win. Oh,
what a finish.
Race fans, did you like that? We sure did. Here's the finish.
Here's the replay. Let's see. I mean, he had the momentum. He had the momentum. Askew to the inside, and just like that, by a nose.
.0067 was the margin of victory for Oliver Askew over Ryan Norman. Yeah, a raise of your glass and a toast to the winner of the race, but didn't all these guys do a fantastic job of putting on a great show for us this afternoon? Too bad we had to lose Chris Windham and David Malukas at the start of the race, but wow, there can't be anybody in this facility that isn't just wrung out from the incredible racing that we saw.
What
Look
a
at him.
show.
Look at Askew.
Get it, kid, you earned it.
Look at that smile.
I just read his lips, and I'll paraphrase it. OMG.
Yes, yeah.
Here he is, race fans.
Yeah, Oliver Askew.
Finish in history. Oliver Askew takes the 2019 Freedom 100 win.
Oliver, you just won the Freedom 100 by 6,000ths of a second. What's going through your head right now?
I can't believe it. This is the most incredible race I've ever won in my life. I just can't thank everybody enough for coming out and making this event as special as it is. And big thanks to Andretti Autosport for giving me the car to do it. What an unbelievable day.
What did you see in that last move on that last turn? You just got him by a hair. Talk us through that move.
Yeah, the car was coming to me at the end. Turn 4 is the most important corner here to get to be able to stay flat out and get to the checkered flag. And the front end of the car stuck that one lap, and luckily I had some clean air. And I didn't know when the when the line was going to come. I was hoping it was late enough for me to get by him, and it did. So insane.
Well, thank you and congrats.
Thank you.